Hi everyone, it's Zoe here from Living with a Sleeve, and I'm just back at you with another live video. It's been a little while since I've done one of these, so what I wanted to jump on and talk to you today about was hunger. It's something that is very common after a sleeve, but it's also something that is sometimes unexpected, because I feel like a lot of the time people are telling you that you won't be hungry after your sleeve, you know, you won't want to eat for hours, you'll never feel hunger again, and it's just not true. Often it is something that people experience after their sleeve, and it can catch you by surprise. But there are things that you can do if you are feeling hunger after your sleeve, and there are definitely reasons, I guess, why you might be feeling hungry. And for each of those 5 reasons I'm going to talk about today, there is something that you can do about them. So as we go through, I'd love for you to comment below. Do you get hungry? Do you not get hungry? I'd love to hear your experience, because everybody is slightly different. So the first reason you might feel hungry is that you are actually hungry, and that's okay. It's okay to feel hungry. It just means that it's time to eat. And for some of us who've struggled with our weight, perhaps been overweight with it for a long time, we get a little bit out of touch with our hunger and our fullness signals that our body is trying to tell us. So after the sleeve, what can happen is that your body actually starts talking to you again. If it's been more than about 3 hours since you last ate, it's entirely possible that you might be hungry. If it has been less than 3 hours, there might be something else that's going on. So what I tend to find is that what you ate last time maybe wasn't filling enough. So perhaps you ate, I don't know, something on the run, or a bit of chocolate because you couldn't find anything else, or a muesli bar, or maybe you just had a drink like a smoothie, and that didn't actually stay with you for long enough. And that's absolutely okay, but it's good to recognize that when you don't eat things that are filling enough, you will feel hungry more quickly after your meal, and therefore you'll eat more over the entire day, because you might start snacking in between meals. So focus on quality, go back to eating protein and fiber, and really focus on how you eat. So your eating habits can help here, because if you actually pay attention while you're eating and you chew slowly and you take your time, you'll be more likely to get the right amount of food in over your meal, and you'll be more likely to feel actually satisfied with your food as well, so less likely to want to eat again soon after your meal. You might have also eaten your meal too fast. So if you are feeling hungry and it's been less than 3 hours, you might have eaten your last meal too fast. What can happen then is that we get what we call early satiety, where your stomach fills up because you've taken a couple of mouthfuls too quickly, but it only fills up at the top. Maybe your mouthfuls are too big, maybe you've taken them too fast, but they only fill up at the top, which means that there's still a bit of space down the bottom that isn't full. So once the couple of mouthfuls that you have eaten actually has time to kind of make its way into your new stomach, then you actually start to get hungry because you didn't eat very much. So a good way to kind of think, is this me, is to think, well, did I take 20 to 30 minutes to eat my last meal, or was it a bit fast? And also, was it about a cup of food that I managed to eat, or was it a lot less than that? Because sometimes if it's a lot less, you might be filling up too early because you've eaten too quickly, or your mouthfuls were too big. So I'll post a link after this to a video about a post that I've written about good eating habits, because that one's really important. The other thing is you might actually be thirsty. And I know I do this all the time, but often we mistake thirst for hunger. And if you're getting hungry in between your meals, you've eaten a good size meal, you've eaten a good quality meal, but you still feel like you need to eat within an hour or two, you might just be thirsty. I know a lot of us struggle to drink water, or struggle to drink fluids in general, especially after the sleeve. And if you are craving foods like wet foods, like ice cream or yogurt or smoothies or fruit, especially things like watermelon, it's probably that you're actually thirsty and not hungry. So the old adage that your mother always used to tell you about, have a glass of water and then see if you're still hungry after that, that's absolutely true here. So really important, have something to drink, wait 15 to 20 minutes and then reassess your appetite. And if you are hungry after that, then it might be okay to eat. The last one is that maybe you're not actually hungry. Maybe it's like, I describe it as head hunger and not stomach hunger. And so often after surgery, our stomach changes, but our habits and our mindset around food and our kind of attachment to food won't change so quickly, at least. So sometimes we eat when we're not hungry for other reasons, like out of habit, out of boredom, out of stress, out of anxiety, out of happiness, out of sadness, for any other reason apart from physical hunger. So the best thing to do about this one, if you know that you tend to eat out of habit or boredom or stress rather than hunger, is to, before you eat, before you automatically reach towards the fridge door or before you automatically pull a snack out of your bag, is to actually stop for a second and ask, am I actually hungry? Because if you are hungry, you will feel empty, you will feel maybe a little grumbling in your tummy, maybe something else like a bit of a shaky feeling, like your blood sugars are a little bit low, maybe you'll be really cranky. That's me when I get hungry, is I get hangry. So really just check in physically, do I think I need food? Or emotionally, am I being drawn to food because I'm having a bad day? If you need help with this, there's an app called the Am I Hungry app, and it's fabulous. It takes you through step by step how to kind of assess whether you're physically hungry or if you're emotionally hungry. If you are finding that you're eating for other reasons other than hunger, then it's good to kind of keep a note of when those times occur and what is happening and what kind of feelings or emotions you're experiencing, because it can be good just from a self-awareness point of view to go, okay, I always know that after I go and see this person, or when I go into after that meeting at work each month, then I come out and I really feel like I need to eat. Then you can prepare yourself and really maybe come up with a troubleshooting, something else that you can do. If I go into this meeting, then afterwards I'm going to walk straight out the door and go for a walk around the block. Kind of just a way to distract yourself and refocus on something else other than food. And that, does take time. It takes patience, it takes practice, and it's absolutely normal, and it's part of the normal process after a sleeve of learning and relearning your new eating habits. So if you've got questions, I would love to hear them down below. Just post them in the comments section and I'll get back to you. You can also go, and I'll post the link to the blog post where I talk a little bit more about this on livingwithasleeve.com. I'll post it in the comments section below as well. And if you want to tell me about your experience with hunger, maybe you don't get hungry at all, maybe you get hungry all the time, please comment below and feel free to share as well. And if you need extra support, then the Living with a Sleeve community is there for you as well. We have a fabulous bunch of people, so if you'd like to learn more about that, you can visit livingwithasleeve.com or send me a private message and we can chat. All right, thanks very much, guys. Have a great day, or evening, I guess it is now, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.